All right, so this video breakdown is the one that the bad players never want to see, and they'll only watch once. And the really good players, they'll watch again and again and again. They'll figure out drills, they'll figure out ways to make sure that they can grow and not make the same mistakes. So let's watch some of it, and we'll know these are all plays that's on us. All right, so right now, I think Court could get into his body. He could finish with his left hand. There is no always. If he had the vision to drop it off to Andre for a layup. All right. And, because of that, we end up with a travel instead of a bucket. How do I put myself in a situation to practice a drill that works on finishing over and over and over again? All right. Simply put, this is how I create a lot of my drills. I'll start a guy at a cone here and a guy at a cone there, and then we'll say go, and he has to go finish. All right. That's a drill you want to put yourself in the situation in so you can work on that. All right. This one is pretty simple. Ty has the ball. He can see Court is up ahead of him. He should throw the ball right now. Or when he goes this way, he should throw it over the top. Because now if he throws it over the top while this guy's turning, he'll make it easier for Court. But at some point, he got to throw it to Court before half court. All right. And then he finally tries to throw it. We don't know what happens at the end. Or y'all do. I wasn't there. But it obviously goes out of bounds. But the thing is we got to see the game a lot faster. As soon as Ty gets this ball, he needs to have his head up, ready to make a play. And right now, he's not anticipating where he needs to go with the ball. All right, great ball pressure by Court, good hands. So now what do we need to do? Probably get into his body, cut him off so we could score on the right side of the goal. All right, but since there's no contact, you're trying to outrun him, and it forces you to do a right hand. Work on your left hand. That'll be a good layup. So different types of layups. Making initiating contact before you get to the layup. All these are drills that would have helped him in that situation. Okay, and I know those last few possessions, those are open court opportunities that we had that if we scored them, we had just made one or two plays back to back. If you make a third one, it causes a timeout, it causes frustration on the other team. And so we got to learn to make those. And actually, they were bigger swings than we realized because when we missed two of them, they went back and scored on the other end. So, and put them in transition. So now what we're going to look at is the live ball turnovers. So how many of these are avoidable? And keep in mind, every time there's a turnover, that's one shot that we didn't get to shoot at the basket. So let's go ahead and watch. So right now we got Andre coming up the court with no ball pressure. There's no reason to hit Evan this early in the offense. All right. So we get a turnover for no reason. So Andre, in that last situation, I'd rather you get to the ball in your strong hand to the middle of the court and cause some problems. So Nate, you could throw it to Brendan right now. So right now we're waiting on something. We're about to run open. If we're running open, then that should be Ty you're throwing to. So Brendan's like, oh, he's not going to throw it. I'm going to just keep moving. So just hold the ball. If you're not going to throw it earlier, then just hold the ball and let's run real offense. All right, another play they didn't call is Brendan gets a drive. Nate, remember, shuffle so your shoulders don't turn. As soon as you kind of do this cross step, when he throws it behind you, you can't get back and get the ball. Now, of course, Brandon, you got to throw a much better pass. All right, that's not really even catchable, but he's trying to float into the right direction. So again, we're getting turnovers because of us. All right, here, another needless turnover. Court's dribbling. Just ball you man, Court. Just turn your body. You know the next play you're probably going to make is this way. All right. And we just lose the ball. So again, what is that? 4 turnovers. So that's 4 opportunities we're not even shooting at the rim. And we've already had a video of y'all executing against their defense. All right, here's another play. Again, like we're running offense, we run a stagger. There's a little confusion there. Both guys are with Nate and Court. Brandon, you don't really expect the ball often enough. Like you're actually open. Now, I'm not saying it's a good pass because it's a little high, but you're not in a position as if you're open, like you might get the ball. All right. So like when that happens, so you can't save possessions, even though I think that one's a little too high to save anyway. So, but you got to be ready for it because you got to know when I'm open, I got to put my body in a position to catch a pass that's not perfect. All right, Andre, this is careless and you're too tall. Look how high that ball takes to travel and get to your hand. It's high. So while you're looking at plays, it's not you dribbling behind your foot like we talked about in training. So the guy gets a hand on it in open court. And not only that, we compound mistakes by getting a harm and a foul, so he gets and one. So you gotta make sure you're dribbling lower and always anticipate guys trying to steal. Put the ball in the correct spot. All right, so we get a Barkley. We just had success with the Barkley. Brandon, when that ball goes baseline, you need to be floating baseline. And part of the reason that this pass is errant is because you make him throw a pass over an Xavier player instead of letting him throw it straight. We've had a lot of success going baseline, be in the right position, and Ty, just throw a better pass. I mean, if either one of y'all are better in this situation to make the game easier for each other, we keep that possession. So already that's 8 or 9 possessions where we turned the ball over, and in 3 possessions where we had transition opportunities and we didn't capitalize on it. So instead of going up by 16 in the first half, let's say you hit half those shots. That's 24 right there. Let's say you scored 2 out of the 3 fast breaks. That's another 4 points. That's 28. So it's like a 30-point blowout at that point. But we got to stay disciplined, take care of the ball. And most of these turnovers are happening in situations where they're unforced. It wasn't that the defense was great and made a play. It's that we gave them away. So watch these videos. Think of drills is going to help you do better. Like in that situation, Ty should be working on his passing from different angles. 1 o'clock pass. All right, some of y'all got to work on being square to the ball every time the ball is in play so you can save a bad pass. All right, so there's a bunch of things to grow at. We're having a good start to the season, but again, there's still a long way to go. So we never arrive, and let's keep traveling. All right, let's get it.